Hello and welcome back. It's been a couple weeks since I've actually been able to stream. I've been out of town for a week and then had friends coming over. We did a 4th of July thing, so I've just not been able to hop back on. But finally got a little time. Want to continue working my way back through A Realm Reborn again. I've played through it a few times before. I'm one of the weird people that has more than one alt in a game that does not need any alts whatsoever. But yeah, it's I like it. I like to go back and replay it, especially between the end of an expansion and the new one coming out. Sometimes you catch things you didn't see before. Sometimes you go back and realize, oh man, they're drawing from stuff that they had actually laid down in the past. So anyhow, here we go. Let's just jump right back into it. Whoa. Someday I'll figure out how to do all that. I know it's the bard/perform, but actually, someday I'll figure out how to actually perform, how to actually play real songs. I feel like I'm like undercover here. There's all these people running around, new players with the sprout icon, and here I've got the sprout icon, but I'm not really a sprout. I'm a fake sprout. Yep. And of course, during the right off the bat, I've got someone at the door. I'll be back. It was nothing. It's just UPS. Okay. Targets. The scorpion slash spider slash mite things. Dos más. I think there's a quest later to come kill these, so I'll probably have to come do this again. I will help you, fellow Lancer. I mentioned in the last video a couple weeks ago of the sound that you make when you're running. You can kind of hear the clink of armor now. You must be the Venture Moon sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. I've heard many and more things about you. Good things, lest you worry. When the Elder Seer bade us welcome venturers, 'tis fair to say we had our doubts, till hard-working folk like yourself set about proving us wrong. That is, consider me a convert. Any road, you've a mind to help out the ranch, have you? Good. We could always do with a hand or two to keep the place running smoothly. As a matter of fact, I have a task right here that wants doing. Let me know when you're ready to get busy. Oh, and you come highly recommended, so don't go letting no one down, okay? I'm really good at killing bugs. I've proven this, so you can trust me. Seven hells! Some bastard Kikirn has gone and broken one of me chocobo eggs. The filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard startled it, prompting the damn thing to drop the egg. It was clutching and run. Some of the lads gave chase, bless 'em, but when 3 more of the vermin appeared, me lot had no choice but to turn back. Something has to be done about those Kikirn. Would you mind heading over to Matron's Leith and having a word with the soldier named Rosaline for me? The ratmen nest in her neck of the woods, see? She'll know what to do. Alright, I have no idea if that's the proper pronunciation of Kikirn. And I don't think they ever say it in any quest, so I'm just going to assume it is correct. You're here on Keitha's behalf, I see. Broke one of her eggs, you say? And there are 4 of the creatures? The Kikirn are a nuisance at the best of times, but we must now add trespass and chocobo murder to their list of transgressions. They have forced our hand. Our retribution must needs be swift and decisive. And who better than to deliver it, adventurer? Find the lair to the west of here and make an example of exactly 4 Kikirn scramblers. We can send no clearer message. Alright. Seems a little harsh, but okay. Mess with the quay, get out of the way. I'm assuming they're scramblers because, you know, they're stealing eggs. So they're scrambling our chocobo eggs. Dune. The deed is done. Good. A grim task, but a necessary one. You've shown them the folly of inciting the wrath of those who consort with adventurers. Perhaps now the Kikirin will think twice before giving in to their larcenous proclivities. I might think twice, but I bet they still come back and do it again. Ho there, adventurer. You seem light on your feet. Fancy a quick skip along the route to the Heavens Pillar there? I need someone to pick off a blue trumpet or two. I know what you're thinking. It's not more than a mushroom, so why the commotion? I'll tell you why. You allow that fungal menace to multiply, and within a moon they'll be covering the whole damn route and rotting the wood clear through. Just watch your step while you're up there, though. The dire mites on the ground won't waste any time adding insult to falling injuries. Once you're done, head up to the top end of the route and report to Theodore. He'll be glad to hear someone's taking care of his more dreaded chores. Yeah, you don't die from fall damage, but there have been occasions where I've fallen, dropped down to 1 HP, and then aggroed by an enemy, and so they just one hit, and you're dead. Whoops. Oh, you've cleared the route of blue trumpets. Wonderful. To be quite honest, I have this teeny tiny problem with heights. No, this is not my ideal posting, but we all do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job, you see. It's one of the few ways folks can traverse the Central Shroud since the Calamity all but split the area in twain. It is not perhaps the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused this tendril of a heaven pillar to remain thus suspended, that it might serve the forest's people. I'm rather fond of the notion myself. Oh, goody. My last item to be in full red. That was a little off. Yeah, whatever. It is, regrettably, my duty to stand watch over the road from here to the Bent Branch Meadows. The ranch has become a veritable institution of Gridania, so any threat to its continued operation are taken quite seriously by the wood whalers. Which reminds me, mayhap it was my imagination, but I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosaline down below? I would go myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshalling the courage to walk the route for my shift. Not a problem. I was heading down that way anyhow. Or any roads. A shadowy fellow? Now that you mention it, I may have seen something. I dismissed it as a trick of the light before, but I thought I saw a shadow in the forest to the north. Still, I suspect it nothing more than a Kikirin thief on the run. If you must sate your curiosity, by all means investigate. Should you actually find something of note, I would very much like to see it. Yeah, it's right up next to the mites that I killed earlier. I'm just going to pick up this leather bag here next to this fireplace. This cozy little campfire in the middle of deadly scorpion stabbing dire mites. You know, where most anyone would camp for the night. Obviously. Have you found something? I have. I found a leather bag. It's tattered and it was laying near a gutted campfire. Remnants of a campfire and a forgotten bag. This could belong to any adventurer or traveler. And inside we have a chocobo grooming brush and roseling oil. But wait, why would a traveler make camp here when it would be far safer to beg the hospitality of Bent Branch Meadows? Bugger me, I think this belongs to that stranger said to be meddling with the chocobos. Thank you, adventurer. We have been lax in our duties, but no longer. I swear we will find this shadow. Alright, cool. We cannot allow other sentries to dismiss similar sightings. They must know what we have learned. To that end, I prepared this letter containing everything we know about our mysterious stranger. I need you to show it to my comrades throughout the Shroud. Once each sentry has committed the details to memory, have them write their name at the bottom for confirmation. Start with Elmar at the Bannock. Then find Bernard at the eastern gates of Bent Branch Meadows. They ought to relay the information to the others. Finally, make sure Elgar sees the letter. He stands watch within the stables, so if the stranger's aim is to harm the chocobos, Elgar may have to personally put an end to it. Alright, so we've gone from killing bugs to actually working with the guards to take care of the chocobos, which are more important. So we've taken a little bit of a step up. We're a little more important now. Doing some real work. You don't look like you're here for training. I am not. Information regarding a suspicious individual compiled by Rosaline of the Woodwillers. Boom. A shadowy figure. Understood. I'll pass word to the recruits as well as the sentries. Let me just make my mark. There, that should do. If you follow the road south, you'll find Bernard by the bridge to Bent Branch. Godspeed, adventurer. Off we go. Doop, doop. Just gonna take the creek. Hey, Cardi. Lolly, how you doing, ho? You have business with me, adventurer? Yeah, I got this letter. Here you go. Rosaline is right to be cautious, for this stranger to venture so close, yet go to such great lengths to remain undetected, is highly suspicious. They clearly have designs on Bent Branch. We appreciate the help. I should write my name here, yes? Yep. And here, take it. You'll find Elgar in the stables, past the Aetherite. Hey, look at that. Someone actually followed naming conventions for the Makote. Sujet Tia. Nice. Which world are you visiting? Mind the birds, adventurer. They get nervous around strangers. What's this? A shadowy stranger near the matron's leith? You've already shown this to Bernard and Elmar, I see. Good, good. Then all that's left is to inform the staff here. Not everyone here is a wood whaler, true, but even our stable boys wouldn't hesitate to take up arms to defend these chocobos. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected Midgardsormr to be busy, although I saw some chatter on Twitter saying that the other day every single server was showing completely full. And someone was saying they had like a 100+ person queue at 2 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, the influx of players is just... everything's full at all times. It's crazy. You're quite the compassionate adventurer by the sound of it. Well, far be it from me to look a gift chocobo in the mouth. I have need of a capable man like yourself. We received a peddler at the gates the other day, an excitable Lullafell that was sweating and swearing that he had been attacked by large winged beasts. Yet other than hornets, I know of no flying creatures in this region. If there's any truth to what he said, it might prove problematic for other travelers. Follow the road south and see if you can find any evidence to support his claim. And should you find something, kindly tell Lothair to patrol his area sometime instead of just standing beneath the spire staring at the God's damned road. In those words. Nice. Harsh words. Nice. Nice starlight. Hey, little bird. I'd have to ask someone who's actually played and paid more attention, but I think from the Astrologian quest added in Heavensward, there's actually constellations that are talked about that will appear depending on different circumstances, will actually show up in the stars in the night. And you kind of stare right here, y'all. Actually, you can tell they're moving. So it actually, I think, moves with the... I think the stars actually move as time passes from night to morning. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like these... the bright green ones, and there's some, I think, pink and purple ones too, right? Northern Vulture. You're a little far south for your name. There's the moon. We'll be there in a few months, Moon. We're coming for you. We'll get rid of the ghosts. A northern vulture? 2? And they were defending a nest? Well, perhaps we could omit the last detail from any official reports. I would rather not give Elgar any further cause to be cross. Thank you for slaying the beasts. You may rest assured that I will not permit this to happen again. Yeah, you better not. I have another task for you, adventurer. I need you to head to Hedge Tree, to the southwest of here, and speak with Hearer Leone. Leone? After tending to the Hedge Tree, the Hearer was scheduled to board a boat from the Mirror Planks. Well, the vessel's departure time has come and gone, but there is still no sign of her. Knowing how absorbed the hero becomes in her work, I am not unduly concerned. Armel, however, was responsible for organizing Leonie's transportation and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Perhaps a gentle reminder is in order? So now we've gone from making sure the chocobos are safe to, hey, move your butt. The ups and downs of adventuring. Love you too, buddy. Best buddy. Maybe you should, make a note somewhere, write down your passwords so you can keep track of your logins. Nah, I don't need to kill the slugs. It's not that important. Yeah, keep post-its. Those, at least they remind you, even if you don't follow up on them. Oh man, young Hoff. It's the Hoff Reborn. The post-it. Have you remembered Hildebrand? Post-it remembers. Hold on, so let me hop out of here real quick. Do something real quick. There we go. Zerzine, roll forwarding. Those are returners. Nice. Order of the Chocobo. Like it. Like it. Yes? What troubles you, my dear? Yes, the boat. I had quite forgotten. Oh, my task with the hedge tree is well and finished, but the elementals murmur of a malevolent presence in the vicinity of the Tamtara Deepcroft. I must abide a while longer, that I might better divine the source of the elementals' distress. Please inform Armel that I shall be late in arriving. That it? I still feel like the elezen run is kind of just seems like they're stiff. Maybe it's because they're too tall for their own good. Their normal run's fine, just the sprint is really... I guess their normal run looks a little stiff too, but... From behind it's not that bad. Yeah. They look great until they move anywhere. They look alright from behind. It's just at the side they look particularly odd. You bear a message from here, Leonie. An evil presence in the Deepcroft? That does sound grave indeed. I shall organize a vessel for a later time then. Perhaps a bell from now, too? Better make it 3, just to be safe. Thank you for your trouble. My new spear. My new stabbing stick. Might you assist me with another matter, sir? A wagon that departed from Quarry Mill was overturned on the road when some large, ill-tempered forest beast chose that moment to defend its territory. By Nofika's grace, the driver escaped without serious injury, but the wagon's cargo was not so fortunate. With none willing to risk another encounter with the creature, I can only assume the goods remain strewn across the ground where the incident occurred. Simply follow the road here to the south, and you should come across the wreckage. Salvage what cargo you can and deliver it to Keitha at Bent Branch Meadows, if you would be so kind. I will be so kind. The Gridanian starting I kind of like. Their starting quest well enough. I don't think any of the cities really have a bad starting quest line. They're all decent. Is a giant toad. That is true. Ul'dah sets up for a better shock later on. Lemza lets you start with spending time with the best scion. Gridania has a decent story to make up for being with the two of the more annoying Realm Reborn scions. Well, I mean, I guess if you think about it, because through the course of Realm Reborn and even Heavensward, Ida doesn't really get a whole lot, and neither does Papalimo, so starting in Gridania gives you the most connection for them. So when Stormblood, End of Heavensward into Stormblood rolls around, that's, I guess, you gotta wait a while before you get your payoff. You have a delivery for me? I do have 2 pieces of fallen cargo. The crate is splintered in several places, but it does not appear the contents were damaged in the fall. It's just the package is a little broken. It's fine. It's all good. This is the shipment I was waiting on from Quarry Mill. I heard the wagon ran afoul of some great monstrosity just up the path from the mirror planks, but I see you managed to scrape together a few bits and pieces. Seems I can't get through the 2 bills these days without hearing some new tale of horrors from the Deepcroft or bandit cutthroats prowling the woods hereabout. Makes me wonder if me chocobos are safe at night, it does. If we ever in need of venturer's skills, I hope you'll be around to lend a hand. Yeah, I'll be around. I'll hang out. At least until I get my chocobo. No. Oh, please, gods, no! Leia's egg! Froth, you must help me. I stepped out of the stables but for a moment, and when I returned it was gone. What was an egg! Sorry? You are sure the chocobos will lay another? You do not understand. The egg is extremely valuable. I must find it. I like the implication there that you actually just said, it'll lay another. Whatever. Chocobo will lay another egg. Don't worry about it. You'll help me, won't you? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Someone must have made off with it. There can be no other explanation. I shall scour every elm of the stable once more to just to be sure. While I do so, I should be very grateful if you would ask the others if they noticed anything unusual. If we were just dealing with the Kikirn stealing eggs, so, you know, again, they'll lay another. Of course, on the flip side, you know, from Final Fantasy VII, we know it can be a pain to get chocobos to breed, so maybe it takes a while to get that egg. Chocobo egg has gone missing? Let me think. Now that you mention it, the chocobos were making quite a racket earlier. So much so, in fact, that I ran over to check on them, almost flattening a passing peddler in my haste. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary, though. Could I describe the peddler? He was an elezen fellow. Didn't recognize his face. Seemed awfully twitchy. Oh, gods, you don't think he... Why in the hells didn't I accost him? And why didn't you accost him? Is that, Bride's Moogle? Is that from the, Eternal Bonding Ceremony? Is anyone acting suspicious? I most certainly did, lad. A man. It was running off towards the Tamtara Deepcroft. You say an egg was took? Then I'd say that was your culprit. But why would anyone pinch a chocobo egg? Without the proper learning, it's damn near impossible to get one to hatch. We've already figured it out. It's an omelet. Have I seen any odd characters about? Aside from yourself, you mean? Not that I recall. I did see someone calming the birds, but only from a distance. I assumed it was Lukelot. But if you say he was away from the stables at the time, then who was that with the chocobos? I don't know. We're currently going to still work off the omelet theory. Just as I entered the cutscene, I noticed the Makote's name, Lucifer Morningclaw. There can be no mistake then. The egg was indeed stolen. And from what you have told me, this was no simple robbery. That the culprit should take only Leia's egg and disregard all the rest tells me we are dealing with someone well versed in chocobo breeding. I am sorry to say that the individual in question is likely to be a citizen of my native Ishgard. Leia, you see, is of the bloodline of Oranos, one of the greatest birds ever to grace an Ishgardian stable. Many a man in my homeland would give his right arm to possess one of Leia's eggs. Gods, I should have foreseen this. We must give chase at once. Hold your chocobos, Lukelot. I wonder if that's Lucolo, since they're all Frenchish. If this egg thief's from Ishgard, like you say, why'd he go running off towards the Tamtara Deepcroft? Unless I've got my mental map upside down, that's the opposite direction. Well, yes, but he may seek to lay a false trail, or... Ah! The why of it is not important. Leia's egg is all that matters. Adventure, I beg of you. Hunt the scoundrel down and take back what he stole. Well, at least you ain't planning on chasing after him yourself, wherever he's from. We may work wonders with our birds, Faroth, but acts of dare and do ain't exactly our field. If you don't mind, we'll leave that end of things to you. With luck, you may catch the thief on the road to the Tamtar Deepcroft, but do be careful. We cannot be certain he is working alone in this. Wait a minute. It's an inside job. He's having me get the salt and pepper. See, he knows the value of the egg, so he would know that it would make the greatest of all omelets. Yeah, it's all coming together. Actually, no, this sounds more like a Hildebrand theory. What's her name? Is it Misha? His assistant? Misha solves many problems with explosives, and it hasn't failed us yet. Nashu, that's right. I've caught you at last, you spiteful imp. Now hand over the egg. You can't have it. The egg belongs to Lukluk. Who in Halone's bloody fury are you? Oh, those sops at Bent Branch hired themselves an adventurer, did they? Yet another complication. This farce has gone on long enough. Kill the Moogle and the farmer's hireling, and bring me that damned egg! Oh no, 4 of them. Stop. I do like the kick animation. You'll feel this one, you obstinate cur. He's up to something extra nasty. Hey RG, what up? Thank you. always wondered if Kupo is like something they actually are supposed to be saying, or if it was supposed to be a sound that they make. I think in earlier cutscenes they actually say it, but in like past Final Fantasies I always wondered what it was supposed to be. An actual spoken word or just a sound. What's that, Kupo? How did I come to be out here? Ah, well, this egg here is Leah's. Leah is a very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I was having a nap in the stables when the nasty fellow that crept in and tried to steal it, Kupo. So I snatched it up as quickly as I could and made a run for it. I was planning to take it back to Bent Branch Meadows myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Lukelot would be happy to see you, Kupo. So I have just chat open. I don't have a window showing anything. How's the stream quality? Is the image clear? Any stuttering? And how's my audio for that matter? Smooth as crystal and clear as butter. Gotcha. That could be an entire playthrough itself, is play through all of Final Fantasy XIV on a stream, but try to make every single quest a Hildebrand investigation. Come up with your own conclusions to what's going on. You could actually do the whole glamour, like get the whole get up once you've got that unlocked. Do you have the egg? Is it safe? Yes, it has the right coloring, the right weight. It is most definitely Leia's egg. I know not how to thank you. You had me worried for a bit there, Farath. 'Tis good to see you and the egg back safe and sound. So I was correct in my assumption that an Ishgardian was involved, albeit one who did not in fact make off with the egg. Well, I could hardly have anticipated the intervention of a Moogle. Bugger me! It couldn't be the same one, could it? Might you have encountered our unlikely savior before, Keitha? Could be, aye. One of them saved my hide back when the calamity struck. I was in a part of the woods, what we now call Standing Courses, that day. Seemed like the whole bleeding forest was ablaze, and I couldn't see a yalm in front of me for all the smoke. Well nigh given up hope I had. Then all of a sudden a Moogle appears out of nowhere, tugs at me smouldering sleeve, leads me straight to a bit of the wood where the fire hadn't taken hold. And now you know why the business is named Moogle's Gift Mounts. Seemed like the least I could do. I'd be dead if it weren't for that plucky little bugger. Incredible. It may well be that the Moogle has stood vigil over us ever since that day. We'd better get back to work then. Wouldn't want to go letting our guardian angel down, would we? Farath, you have our thanks. Oh, and I believe Lukelot wants to give you a little something for your troubles. Leia's egg is irreplaceable. I cannot well express to you the depth of my gratitude, and yet I find that I am still troubled. While this whole regrettable episode unfolded, I bore witness to a sight that greatly concerned me. My thanks for your kindness earlier. I hate to impose again, but I have need of your assistance in another matter. One of grave import, I fear. Graver than finding an egg? Of late, I have noticed that the XIV dirigibles have been appearing over the Twelveswood with increasing regularity. The frequency, however, does not bother me near so much as where they choose to fly, the patch of sky directly above the Guardian Tree. The tree is a sacred site, or so I was given to believe when I first came to Gridania, and thus I naturally assumed that the elementals would not suffer the XIV to profane it. Yet the birdmen have been coming and going as they please, with nary a sign of protest from the guardians of the Twelveswood. And it was that which set me to thinking. Ever since the appearance of the much-talked-about suspicious individual, many and more strange things have been occurring in the forest. Could it be that he did something to the elementals? In case it proved useful, I have committed the details of my sightings to the parchment, and would ask that you deliver the document to Mother Moon. Please make all haste. I have an irrepressible feeling that something terrible is about to happen. Good grief. Cardi, this is the reason. This is why you can't get into Midgard-Sormer right now. You love to see it, but you hate to deal with it. Hello there, Faroth. Word of your tireless efforts at Bent Branch Meadows has reached my ears. The folk there have naught but the highest praise for you. You certainly have a knack for making Mother proud. Keep up the good work, you hear? A letter from Lucula? Good grief. I haven't the slightest inkling what this could be about. Oh! On top of everything else, they're doing the 14-day free playtime. So that's probably contributing as well. Gods be good. I have a mission for you, Faroth. Suffice it to say, it is urgent. I fear it may also prove dangerous, however, so you must be prepared. Make what arrangements you can and report back to me the moment you are ready. Aight. It's, you know, that might be what they're doing. 14 free days. That trial, that free period might be a stress test. See where they're standing and kind of getting data on what they need to do in preparation. Because, man, whoo boy, Endwalker is going to be quite an event. Yeah, I wonder how many people are going ahead and starting an account and playing to get to Endwalker now. How many are going to start playing when Endwalker releases, etc, etc, etc. Oh, I went to the Archers Guild. Stupid me. Ah, Firth. You come at a good time. I urgently require your help. Scarcely a bell ago, our old friend Falquez paid us another visit, seemingly intent upon reprising the performance he gave on the day of your first meeting. As on that occasion, he raved till the air was thick with slanders, declaring every soul who met his gaze more craven than the last. This time, however, not all ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seemed one of our younger members took offense at his words and demanded satisfaction of the rogue. The two have since departed to duel in the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly and rebuked the lad for letting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure that the hot-headed fool does not come to lasting harm. I would have departed in pursuit of the pair ere you came, but my duties keep me here. That is why I turn to you now, Faroth. Pray, go to the East Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade. Yeah, just wait till you get here and see this face-off. So we meet again. You remember who I am, I trust. Who are you again? But of course you remember your mentor, he who taught you the true meaning of courage. I understand you were able to retrieve the Stone of Courage in Spirit Hold. It seems I was right about you. You have the marking of a true Lancer, unlike those charlatans at the Lancers Guild. It is well that you have come to me, for I have just the trial for you. One that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? No, but you have no choice. Should you refuse, well, suffice to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here. When last we spoke, I told you that a Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Needless to say, the threat posed by ordinary creatures is insufficient. You must needs seek out better sport. But fear not, for I have taken the liberty of finding you something suitable. Take this alchemic potation and sprinkle it upon the exposed roots yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down. What if I just beat him up and take his armor? It's like talking in a mirror. So you have vanquished the treant. Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have further strengthened your courage. Release your comrade. Oh, I shall, once you have completed my next trial. This one will pit you against a multitude of foes. Make your way to Lifemen's Stump in the Central Shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot along the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the alpha wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. Even worse, it's you're not just elezen, you're disparaging the duskwights, which is, you know, actually accurate to in-game lore. So you're just being appropriate to the world, right? You're just getting in character for the setting. Yeah, hey, wait a minute. I'm a duskwight. That's me. You know, speaking of the Dragoon and everything, the one thing that kind of gets me, if you think about it from story, is you get to Heavensward, and either it seems like Estinian is basically, you know, the Azure Dragoon and therefore the only Dragoon, or you and he are both Azure Dragoons and therefore the only two Dragoons. But in the trailer, we know that Dragoons are like their own military force within Ishgard. But we don't see any of the others. There's none anywhere around. Plus, Estinian was never really an Azure Dragoon. He was a... His armor was more of an Obsidian Dragoon. And then Crimson. Really wish I had an AoE right now. Tis as good as over if the Alpha Wolf paralyzes you. Will your courage hold the test? Courage is forward only in the midst of great danger. Grow deathly bored. Let me make this more interesting. Did he just blind me? What a jerk. He just used pocket sand on me. I don't even have rogue, let alone ninja. You are to be congratulated, Faroth. By throwing yourself into the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage. Give me your armor. And in the process, you have brought peace to Lifemen's Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must now see that those issued by the guild are not but child's play. Mine is the one true path to courage. All others lead to ignominy. If you wish to become a lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Egwene and his house of cravens, never to return. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. Give me your armor. Damn it. I was actually thinking I'm sounding more like Dulcie for demands for Sylvanas' armor since, like, Lich King, I think? Let's go. Oh, I'm heading the wrong way. Ilulu Ulu. That would be a better name for a Lalafell. Farth, thank gods you're safe. That young fool of a lancer returned but moments ago, and through choked tears recounted to me all that transpired. I understand Folquez again attempted to force upon you his corrupted notion of courage. I cannot say this enough. A lancer strengthens his courage by tempering his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. You were able to overcome Folquez's trials, 'tis true, yet know that you did so by virtue of true courage. That is, courage born of composure and resolve. You faltered not before the fury of a frenzied treant, nor did you succumb to the panic when surrounded by bloodthirsty wolves. Owing to this, you were able to perform to the fullest of your potential. You have come far, Faroth. It is past time that I taught you piercing talon technique, one of the most versatile weapons in the Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. Now, I must needs decide what course of action to take to regard of your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives were lost, this latest incident only serves to confirm what I have long suspected, that Folquez will cause great harm if left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. He must be persuaded to desist, though I do not yet know how. Mayhap his regard for you could be turned to our advantage, but leave such considerations to me. For the time being, you would do well to put Folquez from your mind. Focus on your training, and strive to master the technique I have taught you. I look forward to our next meeting. I bet that's actually the proper pronunciation. I bet it's Folquez. Well, surely he'll listen to me. You know what could? Hey, Dravitia, got another one that's using the right naming convention. Love to see that. Love to see it. I've actually only seen a couple of dumb names, like Hot Goth Dami Mommy. Got the potato ban. Time is of the essence, so I shall speak plain. Based on Luklot's observations, the Ixal have designs on the Guardian Tree, and they mean to act soon. The tree is the oldest living thing in the ancient forest, and it is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. Should it come to any harm, the elementals would fly into a rage beyond pacifying. I dread to think of the chaos that would ensue. There isn't much time. We must act quickly. Farth, please see this letter to the hands of Bow Lord Lowen at the seat of the first bow in Quiver's Hold. Should the need arise, pray, put yourself wholly at the man's disposal. I strongly suspect he will need all the able-bodied souls he can muster. Damn it, why did you say that name? The fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. Go swiftly, Faroth. This is a realm of high fantasy, a realm of wizards and magic, a realm where anything is possible, swords and sorcery. What is your name? Jack. An urgent message from Mother Moon. Very well, you may enter. Ripple. So you are Faroth Ravenwing, the adventurer of whom I have heard so much. I understand you wish words with me. Moon has informed the Ixal, you say? Speak freely. You have both my ears. Here's a letter. Here's the letter so I don't have to explain it. Matron Forfind, they mean to defile the Guardian Tree? Yep, looks that way. Before Nofika, I swear those filthy birdmen will not touch it. Nay, not so much as a single leaf. 12, help me. How can it be that neither the Woodwellers nor the Gods Quiver caught wind of this? I cannot help but think this plot bears the mark of the masked devil who has eluded us for so long. We must be wary. This incursion may be more than it seems. Ah, with the warriors of light still with us. But this is no time for such idle thoughts. I thank you for delivering this message. You may assure Moon that I will dispatch a unit of my best men to investigate. My lord! What is it? The Ixal, sir. The Ixal have amassed at the Guardian Tree. Already? Bloody hells! Faroth, Moon believes you capable, and I can think of no better judge than she. Lend us your strength this day. Aid in the defense of the Guardian Tree. Amen. Mask is just part of the uniform. That's just how these things work around here. I didn't attune to bent branch. What was I thinking? With the influx of new players, I wonder if we're about to hit the, okay, well, Greg can have no new characters created for the next 12 months. Yeah, me too. Me too. I actually do too. I've got Faroth over there waiting for this stream playthrough to catch up to it, but I need a Fantasia because I don't like the voice on the original one. I've got to change that. I've got to use a Fantasia just for the voice. It's great. Yeah, I feel like that's the one thing that they could improve in the character customization is give a few more of the battle sounds for the voice so you can get more of an idea of what you'll be hearing most of the time. But now there are no low pop servers. Ugh. Nope. Got a nope right out of that. What is the, Why? Why? Are they all bunny boys? You just need a flock of bunny boy retainers? My Malviera is similar to yours. I went with the blue hair look. The Borderlord sent you, yes? Good to have you with us. The birdmen have completely surrounded the Guardian Tree, and their calls grow more urgent by the minute. Whatever it is they mean to do, we cannot let them go through with it. They must be stopped, no matter the cost. No. You do not. We do not. O mournful voice of creation, O mournful voice of time! Attend me all!
To us this forest Tinulka belongs. Wisdom of paragons we possess. To our former glory, restore us it will. From this tree a great crystal we take. Unto Garuda an offering we shall make. Unfeathered ones and elementals banish we shall. Our ancient home reclaim we will.
First squad left flank, second and third right flank. See, everyone wears a mask. I need a mask. The rest form the main host with me. It is high time we remind our Ixal guests why we Quivermen are to be feared. This possession is yours, adventurer. May the elementals keep you.
Ah! Interrupt us, you dare! In your own blood you shall bathe!
Everyone go to town on them. Oh, more? Come on. They could have stayed and done more damage on the boss first.
Wisdom of paragons almighty is. Perish unfeathered ones shall.
I think you're pretty much beat now.
Creature of the abyss, mine enemies strike down.
Hold fast, we almost have him. A void set? This bodes ill. He is right at Sestasha. So once this stream gets caught up to Sestasha, I'll switch over and be playing from then on Greg. Impressive work, adventurer. The Bowlord bids you hold this position. Enemies may yet lurk near, so stay your guard. We go to bolster the left flank, where the battle yet rages. The source of his strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. See, this is the sort of stuff you want Kyrie involved in. I'm sure nothing could ever go wrong with that. Writhe, writhe as the venom eats its way through your veins. I don't have an antidote. Oh wow, I hadn't even noticed. Whoa. I had never noticed the darkness becomes the weather. That's cool. I trust you won't object to our assistance. Looks like you could do with a hand. Unwelcome guests. No matter. All shall fall before me. Whence comes your strength? It is past time we finished this. Come on, we're almost there. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? That's what I heard. The bringer of chaos, or Asians to give them their proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Farth, are you unharmed? Had I known this creature was near, I would have sent men, not called them away. There is no mistake, sir. He is the one who stirred the Ixil from their nest. Our intelligence was reliable. So this is the man who has eluded us for so long. Right, we finally got him. We sensed an ominous presence, and came here as swiftly as our legs would carry us. Well, it's good to know that we're up against anyway. My thanks as ever, friends. Quivermen, move out. So it's only the higher Asians that return to the ethereal breach, or the beach between realms, or so to speak, right? The other ones are still basically mortal. Considering that one just flops down and dies. His body doesn't do any sort of disappearance. To say you played an instrumental role in the success of this mission would scarcely do justice to your efforts this day, adventurer. Upon your return to Gridania, pray visit me at Quiver's Hold. I will see to it that you receive the thanks you are due. You're probably wondering why we always seem to appear when there's trouble, right? Well, trust me when I tell you that it's almost never our fault. Despite what it looks like, Papalimo and I are actually helping the Gridanians, and we've been doing so for a good few years, too. Oh, did I mention that we're not from around here? Yeah, I kind of figured that out. Why, yes, we are Sharlians. How did you know? So I wasn't mistaken. Mistaken? About what? Nothing. Nothing at all. You always do that. Mumble something loaded with meaning only to keep it to yourself when someone asks. It's unfair, and it's especially unfair when that someone is me. Oh, do calm down. I'll tell you later. I bet you won't. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Quite. We'd best be on our way. See you later. Neither of you should be wearing plate. So if you were a 1.0 character and you were wearing plate when you logged out before whenever the servers went down and it carried your character over, could you have started 2.0 as a monk in plate? Man, look at this party going on. That's interesting. I don't think my 1.0 character has any gear to speak of. Welcome back, adventurer. Your exploits at the Guardian Tree are the stuff of songs. The Bowlord awaits you within. I have awaited your return, Farath. Allow me to thank you again for helping us to defend the Guardian Tree. Not only did you put the invading Isle to rout, you confronted the masked mage and his fell minion, and emerged the victor. I have good men and women under me, none of whom give me cause for complaint. But you, Farath, are a class apart. Your strength, your determination, your heart. You have all the makings of a great adventurer. Moon is seldom mistaken in her appraisals, and she is plainly not mistaken now. Gridania is stronger for your presence. The Elder Seedseer will doubtless be pleased to learn that a capable adventurer like you has come to us. Once more I thank you. Owing to your valor, disaster has been averted.
Elder Seedseer, my lady.
I am come to express my gratitude for your valiant efforts before the Guardian Tree. I am informed that an adventurer of singular talent now walks amongst us. You are he, are you not? My name is Khan Esena, and it is my solemn charge to watch over all who call Gridania home. Well met and welcome to our fair nation. It was your valor that won us the day, I believe. On behalf of all Gridanians, I offer you my humblest thanks. This gift I present to you as a small token of my gratitude. I hope that you will ever remain a friend to Gridania.
This still being, you know, the 2.0 PS3 efforts, I'm still fairly impressed by the detail on the armor, the actually having all the scale design actually showing in there.
Green Bliss is coming. It is an age-old ceremony to renew the bond between man and elemental. Over the centuries, it has blossomed into a joyous festival encompassing Gridanians from every walk of life.
Who you taking shots at, man? Is that another game? Is there another game that does that? Who would do something like that? More accurately, who would do something like that and not update it?
I should be most gratified if you would participate in the ceremony as emissary.
Oh, such a great honor.
I look forward to seeing you on that most joyous of days. Till then, fare you well. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Now we'll go to Mass. None in Gridania can doubt your worth, Faroth, but to receive such praise from the Elder Seedseer herself, and nor is that the half of it. She chose you to play the role of emissary, for God's sakes. You, an outsider! Do you have any idea what this means? Nope. Ah, but of course you don't. You're not Forestborn, which is rather the point. Mistake me not, I think you worthy, but your selection is all but unprecedented, and I'll wager you have not the faintest inkling what is required of you. There are preparations that the emissary must needs complete ahead of time. I suggest you consult Moon regarding the matter. She is overseeing the arrangements for the event. Now, you had best get going. The ceremony cannot commence without the emissary. Oh, and Faroth, don't make a hash of this. Well, thanks for the confidence, man. Really appreciate it. Shipplebips. That's a good name. Someone I know from Twitter had said they were going to sneak on amidst all the refugees and play during the 14 free days, and because they've played before, and then they said they were on Cactuar, and I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, your login is going to be horrible. Well, if it isn't the emissary himself. Had I known you were coming, I would have baked a pie. You are truly full of surprises, Faroth. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light back from half-decade-long holiday. But let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Green Bliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the emissaries serve as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the guardians of the Twelveswood. Suffice it to say, it is no small responsibility, nor does the Elder Seedseer choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history have non-Forestborn been chosen for the role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor being accorded you. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is presently in the keeping of Timbermaster Beaton. Go to the Carpenter's Guild and collect it from the man, then return to me for further instructions. I don't know. I'm not sure if they've tried. They haven't said anything. I told them to let me know. I'd try to I tried to visit over and add them to a friends list, so they never said anything. So I'm assuming they haven't attempted it yet. Either that or they have tried and they couldn't get in. So, you're the emissary to be. Moon sent word that you'd be coming to collect the ceremonial artifact. The good news is that it's ready, painstakingly crafted by these very hands, and from the rarest of materials. Take it, along with this warning. Get so much as a scratch on the thing, and I shall make an unceremonial artifact out of you. Well, alright. There's a lot of threats in the starting quests. Many of them towards you. I think Gridania's music of all of them makes me want to just sit like a Lalafell. Back from your trip to the Carpenter's Guild? Let's see what you have in that box. Ah, this is by far the finest Manoa mask I have ever laid eyes upon. The Timber Master has truly outdone himself this time. In case he didn't mention, the mask is crafted from consecrated lumber rendered by the Guardian Tree solely for the use in the ceremony. In other words, it is priceless. Mother bids you handle it with care. And with that, your preparations are complete. The venue should just about be in order as well. If you have any questions, now's the time to ask them. How do I not screw this up? I've been told not to make a hash of it, and I've been told not to scratch the mask. How do I not screw this up? Now that you have the Manoa mask, all that's left is participate in the ceremony. Perchance you're feeling nervous, but never fear. Despite all the pomp surrounding the role, there really is nothing to being emissary. All you're required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by others. Simple, no? The ceremony will be held at Miketo's amphitheater. When you are ready, make yourself known to the caretaker there, a woman named Estain. Oh, and be sure to wear your mask or she may not recognize you. Now off you go, Faroth, and good luck. No! I'm pretty sure that would be bad. I gotta turn it on though. Whoop. It can be creepier. I don't know, actually. If I keep that equipped and get a baseball bat, I can descend from the rafters. Wolfpack. There you go. Too sweet. Ah, you must be the emissary. I see you've come prepared. That is well. I've been instructed to escort you to your place. Please follow me.
Look! The Elder Seer.
12 bless her hearts!
May he find favor with the elementals. This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light?
I just found it earlier and kept it.
Tell me true. Has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light? Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? That
Now that you
Heidelin
mention
would
it.
speak directly to this man. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name of Eorzea. When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and women rose to face them. When the Garlean Empire resumed its war of conquest, they rushed to the realm's defense. And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom. Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Cartano. None have forgotten the heroes who gave all for the sake of a realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank. And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them. The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time. Though none can say for certain what the future will bring, it is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm. For the power of the echo resides within you.
Speaking of,
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
it's true.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
Chocobo not scared.
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Here it comes.
This is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
You can really feel his rage in that scene.
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain.
Like, I've seen so many streamers act like she's basically the hippie, that they don't care about war or whatever. But in this cutscene, it's like she's the level-headed one. She's the one who's actually paying attention to how things are going and strategically identifying what they need to do.
The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless.
I do like this line, though.
You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
I'd like her to get a few more bigger moments than she's gotten. That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent. The aeons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. I'm aware of them. Bear them no mind. They are powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Oh man, they brought back Orson Welles? Well, look who's back in the land of the living. You mean to say you don't remember a thing? You collapsed in the middle of the ceremony, gave us all a good fright, so we carried you back here. I must say, you're heavier than you look. You've hardly stopped of late. Your exertions must have caught up with you. But you adventurers are nothing if not resilient. Seeing as the worst is past, I shall take my leave and return to my duties. Oh, I almost forgot. The Elder Seedseer told me she'd like to see you when you felt well enough. The gentle soul was almost as worried about you as I was, bless her. When you're back on your feet, be sure and visit her at the Lotus Stand. I also need to spend some time before Endwalker on the secondary endgame, collecting Orchestrion rolls. So many sprouts and returners. I assume if you see the returner symbol, it's someone taking advantage of the 14 free days. Sprouts could be free trial or new subscribers. Duly noted. I'll have to see what I've got. Ah, you're Fareth Ravenwing, are you not? I bid you welcome, sir. The Elder Seedseer left word that you would be joining her at the Lotus Stand. May I show you in? Show me in. I have looked forward to your coming, Faroth. But tell me, are you recovered? I am most glad of that. Now I hope you will not doubt the earnestness of my concern, but I would ask a favor of you. Nor can I deny that I summoned you here in part with this in mind. Know, however, that I proceed only upon the understanding that you are rested and well. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I had a nap. Thank you for hearing me out. I have written a letter to my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls, and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many were the survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of that devastation. Nor are we any closer to learning the fate of the warriors of light. Yet so long as we live, never must we give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy, and have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favor? Yeah, sure. Humbly, I thank you. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean alliance lie some considerable distance away, nor are Ul'dah and Limsa Luminsa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, my own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take weeks by land. No, I mean for you to travel by air. Receive of me this airship pass. With it you may make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The airship landing is situated upon the lower floor of the Carline canopy. Simply show your pass, and you will be admitted to the departure area. Before you embark upon your journey, however, you would do well to seek the worldly wisdom of Moon. Few forest-born Gridanians know more of lands beyond the Twelveswood than she. In better times, airships were available for the convenience of one and all. Alas, the risk that our crafts may fall to Imperial attack has forced a reduction in the number of flights. Consequently, it has become necessary to restrict air travel only to those whose need is great. Such individuals may petition the relevant parties to be issued an airship pass. As you may have deduced, I myself am one such party. Yet I was not alone in desiring that you be granted the privilege of air travel. Such is the potential you show. I did not mean to click. By the power vested in me, I bid you journey forth as my envoy into the great realm of Eorzea. Walk her fields, brave her seas, and strive to know her better. And wheresoever you go, go without fear, for the path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. Guided by the crystal's light, set forth and discover your destiny. Getting close. Yeah, I know the returner is, if you've not logged in, because mine get it when I log in too, on a number of them. But considering it's the 14 free, the 14 days free, I expect a lot of them are taking advantage of it. I'd place a gamble on it being someone taking advantage of that more than just an alt. I mean, who plays alts in this game? Come on, who would do that? Who would do that? "'Tis good to see you up and about again, Farth. Tell me, did you pay the Elder Seedseer a visit as I bade?" "I did indeed, and I am going out of here. I'm flying." "Appointed personal envoy? And now you're to bear the Elder Seedseer's missive to our allies? Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honor with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. I find myself praising you often of late, but Mother is truly proud of you. Aw shucks, thanks, Mom. Short of a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and that, my lad, is some compliment. But I've flattered you enough for one day, and I don't want your head to get too big, or you'll struggle to lug it around the realm. Speaking of which, Eorzea is a big old place. Now that you have an airship pass, you can really start to broaden your horizons. The sky is quite literally the limit. Even if your errand didn't call for it, I would strongly suggest visiting the 2 other city-states of the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Limsa Lominsa, City of Pirates, and Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert. Once you've acquainted yourself with them, you can turn your sights on whichever lesser-trodden region takes your fancy. The calamities changed the face of Eorzea, and much of her now lies in shadow, beyond man's ken. It's a veritable playground for a wide-eyed adventurer like your good self. Mind you, it won't all be fun and games. Each nation faces its fair share of problems, from internal strife to conflict with the beast tribes and their primals. So don't be too surprised if you find yourself embroiled in the odd and savory situation on your travels. But no matter what difficulties you encounter, I am confident that you will pull through, and emerge the stronger for the experience. These are interesting times for Eorzea, Faroth. It's been 5 years now since the calamity, but folks are finally beginning to look to the future. A period of great change is upon us, and you have a part to play in it. And if that prospect doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. No threats, only observations. Greetings, good sir. This is the reservation counter for the Limsa Lominsa bound flights. Oh, are you not Faroth Ravenwing? The Elder Seedseer's personal envoy? We at Highwind Skyways are honored to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Yes, I shall. They need a major, Alamigo needs to give us a major city that we can walk around in, not just a little bit outside. Maybe that's what they'll do in the future. They'll go, maybe Endwalker goes backwards and gives us an Alamigo housing district rather than some new location. I'm on my way now. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Well, the Garleans are fighting with the Warrior of Light on the benchmark, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have some sort of... They join and afterwards we have some region that gets rebuilt. The crafters need some in-game, right? Farewell, Faroth. One day minstrels will sing of your deeds. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Wait, what? Wait, what? Which part?
15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity.
Eorzea is a bunch of degenerates.
It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartener. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
We know where those places are, and ironically, you'd think those would be in reverse. You'd think the Highlander would be Alamigo and the Midlander would be Othard.
I don't know what you...
I actually had missed that all this time. Codename Hummingway. But he's not a bunny.
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And it's raining. Take this off, you know, I don't want to walk around scaring the locals. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, my lord. Admiral Bluffswain awaits your arrival. You're the Gridanian envoy? Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please, proceed to the crow's lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Heart. Once there, pray speak with Xanthiel. He will be pleased to show you into Admiral's command, up to the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Okie doke. Wait a minute. Let's go see how bad Limsa is. Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Here it is. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way. Some of that'll be better when I switch over to the main account for it. Just because I've got settings better of not showing every name, and I've got, you know, minion names turned off and all that. But it wasn't that big a deal for just playing on, just getting caught up to that again.
I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seatseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests.
Having replayed this again, like just finishing the patches and then the start of Heavensward, I'm now totally on board with Reborn voice was far better than Heavensward.
This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
Well, we're going to have a ceremony. Here's a letter. A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean Alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans. The Meteor Project. Legatus Nal Van Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartano Flats and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an eighth hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beast-men call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Connie Senna has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Yup. Pray give my regards to General Raban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, far off. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. And I said when I did the first stream at the beginning of this one that, there will be crappy voice acting, because I don't claim to be good. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again, sir. Are you ready to board the airship? Yep, let's go. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Uldal, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome to Uldal, sir. We've been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. So with the heavy groups making things a little rough, do you remember the old days of another game where you'd had so many people, your only choice was to go into first-person view and stare at the ground to be able to make your way through a zone area? Even mid-range, man. EverQuest was rough with that many people in Lukeland. The Gridanian envoy, I presume? Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? Here you go. My thanks. Ah, yes, the seal of the Elder Seedseer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal.
I know what she's done. I know what she's done.
Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Raban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. Ah, I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans. So, my counterparts have educated you. Oh, trust Merweb to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilzabard to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius van Belzar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Connie will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seedseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Ah, my Lord Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Bardaron, the proprietor of the Drowning Winch. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Bardaron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Well, let's go talk to Bardaron. Or as Asmongold calls him, Balderon. Chamber of Rule, but nowhere else. Peachy. I should probably head to the Aetherite, but I'll do it later. Actually, I won't do it later. So I'm about to be over on Greg. Take me to Limsa. Man, first I come here it's raining, now I come here it's foggy. I guess being on the ocean makes sense for it to be foggy, but man, I can't catch a break. Just want some nice weather. Now the hardest to read. Here we go. Welcome to the Drowning Wrench. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Aye, I'm Bardaron, alright. Who's asking? Ah, there it is. I got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know, and I'll fill you in on the details. Really? That's a shrimp? I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it, some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of Sastasha Seagrot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Elport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirate paid us an unwelcome visit, and folk are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself. To what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Elport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sastasha Seagrot included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Kurils had taken up residence in the caves, nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Sastasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sastasha is located in western Lanosia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower deck. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. You don't know that it's pirates, but it's probably pirates. Forget the fastest route because I'm so used to using the Aetherite network. This doesn't. Yeah, it does. I was thinking this didn't actually go over there. It's a cool jacket. Man, that hat reminds me of someone from another Final Fantasy game just recently. I think it's, I don't know, just who was dressed like a Moogle recently? You hear about Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Elport. Once you arrive in western Lanosia, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of Novice before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, just north of Elport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Elport. This ferry is bound for Elport. Are you riding with us? I am, young sir. Yeah, that's one. I was thinking of another one. totally different Final Fantasy. On PS5. One of your favorite characters. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of Sastasha Seagrot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need training we here at the Hall of Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him, and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Sastasha Seagrot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Now, since I've already done this on the main account that I'll be continuing with, should I really go through it just to get the gear, just for continuity from stream to stream? I don't need to transfer the character. Farth's already got it on... I mean, it's already on Gilgamesh. He has everything. He's already got it done. He's already in the gear. I'll do it. Greetings, I'm one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. Well, well. The mantle of adventurer does not drape so awkwardly from your shoulders as it once did. But while questing alone certainly brings its own rewards, you haven't truly adventured until you've delved into some darkened dungeons, stalwart comrades at your side. Ancient ruins, echoing caverns, and all manner of deadly places lie hidden across the realm, and these are best conquered in the company of trustworthy allies. And such advice holds true for many a formidable foe that would crush a solitary adventurer. How one fights in a party, however, is often drastically different from how one fights alone. Thus did we construct the Hall of Novice, where we endeavor to prepare you for those differences. Here within these walls, we offer burgeoning heroes a bevy of training exercises. Step into the flames, my friend, and forge the skills you shall need for the morrow. Yeah, I could, I guess I could transfer him over and change him to a bunny after Endwalker. Let us succeed directly to the briefing. For this exercise, you'll be learning avoidance. An enemy often tips his hand before a big attack, and your best defense is to skip out of the way. Oh, I'm gonna skip. You pass the exercise once I've decided you've learned this lesson. Everything clear, I trust? Say the word and you're ready to begin. I'm ready to skip, and even frolic. I was about to say, if this costs me money, how am I profiting? I do still really like that they put this in for new players, especially with the idea of the possibility of Final Fantasy fans coming that have never played an MMO before. Bravo! And this concludes the exercise. Pray, come and receive your reward. Okay, what you got? Nicely done. Learning to avoid the obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. Those who insist on standing still won't long survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of my lessons will earn you a piece of armor to aid in your chosen role. Should you feel so inclined, repeat the same lesson with the other masters, and they might reward you with equipment tailored towards their fields of expertise. Here's your prize for completing the exercise, but remember, the real prize is the lessons you've learned, and the friends we made along the way. Yeah, I'm still not changing to the Pink Cotton Tavern. That's not happening. And knowing is half the battle. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Doop. Should do it. Let us proceed directly to the briefing. Yes, let's. When it comes to your place in a party, you are the sharp end of the spear. I am the pointy end. Simply put, your role is to inflict as much damage as possible, while keeping your own skin intact. As such, you cannot just attack whichever enemy you please. Well, I can, but if you strike a foe other than one controlled by your ally, then you risk becoming the target of deadly aggression. As you might have guessed, the purpose of this exercise is to teach cooperation. Your ally will hold the enemy's attention. It is your job to take the foe down. It is my job to tank the floor. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next exercise. Everything clear? Say the word when you're ready to begin. I am ready to begin. This exercise is now underway. Attack the same foe as your ally to win the battle. That's the way, novice. I'll keep him occupied. You concentrate on bringing him down. He cannot be stunned! Your opponent will have a harder time avoiding blows from flanks or from behind. Certain techniques that are executed from such positions. But I don't have any yet. That could be good. Tanking is probably the job that's good to have a little bit more in there, just to get people more comfortable with it, because it's kind of intimidating. Did you mark the sturdiness of your ally taking the enemy's hits? Coordinating efforts with a heavily armored defender will allow you to fight to your fullest. Here's your prize for completing the exercise, but remember, the real prize is the lesson you've learned. And the loot you got along the way. According to my records, you've yet to... Yes, I know. I do like the music in there. just want to sit back and chill. Give me the briefing. For this exercise, you'll be fighting multiple opponents. Aight? Key to victory is coordination with your comrades. Each foe will fall all swifter under focused assault. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on. Everything clear? Yep, clear as butter. Yeah, Square hasn't been willing to go far enough to give us a /smoke emoji or emote. We've got cigars and ashtrays, but no emote for smoke. What's up with that? Lord of the Rings Online has it. That's true, smoky smoky. It may already have tobacco use on the game rating. I don't recall. I know it's got alcohol use. He's almost done for. Grind him into dust. Pray come and receive your reward. Coordination is the key to conquering foes swiftly and safely. Also a very good AoE attack. Work well with your allies, and the efficacy of your armor need not be tested. XP? Gil? But I wanted some gear. Where the gear? Boo boopa doopa doo doo. Do you remember the lesson where I had you evading enemy attacks? Yes, it was 2 seconds ago. This exercise will put that training to the test. You must needs plan your strikes around some fancy footwork. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Let's do it. You. Engage the axe wielder, but keep an eye out for counterattacks. If you allow yourself to be hit 5 times, we will start this exercise again from the beginning. Slippery as an eel, novice. Not bad, eh? Care to dodge this? Victory is within reach. Be on your guard to the last. Yeah, be on your guard to the last, and don't think you can just stop doing mechanics. That doesn't always pay off. Neatly done. Breaking off attacks to save your skin is always the wisest course. Though it may sometimes be a frustrating dance, it is better to dodge than be sprawled in the dust. Here's your prize for completing the exercise, but remember, the real prize is the lesson you've learned. Them pants. One more piece. That's not too bad. Oh, Greg. This exercise will teach you how to deal with enemy reinforcements. As the battle progresses, new foes will appear on the field. These sudden arrivals will target your weakest comrade, so you must be quick to eliminate them. Well, then the tank's not doing their job. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next exercise. Dang. And finishing off the tank. Easy peasy. A fine performance. A party is doomed without a source of restoration. When reinforcements threaten your healer, it is time to spring into action. Here's your prize for completing the exercise. Oh man. Thought that was the last one. One more, I think. In this exercise, you will learn to manipulate the battlefield. Oh boy, villain in glasses. During the battle, enemies will pour forth from the rear gate. New foes will continue to flood in while this portal remains open. You must operate the lever that closes the gate or your party will be overwhelmed. Ah yeah, the ring. The most important one. What happened, Cardi? Yeah. But it was my cue all along. Bugger got through. Thought I closed the gate on you. Done. Thus concludes the exercise. It is imperative to recognize when a battle has turned against you. Act quickly to neutralize an enemy's advantage, or be prepared to suffer through a difficult fight. Now we're looking like a real adventurer. Look at that. Got a little armor and everything. A little chainmail. Bum, bum, bum. You've arrived at the mountain peak. The final exercise is the culmination of your training. All the skills you've acquired will be put to the test. Put your lessons into practice, and you'll do just fine. Say the word when you are ready to begin. Yeah, every one of the sets looks really good. Let's begin with basics, shall we? Pay attention to the enemies facing and stay out of harm's way. The only thing that's inaccurate about this is the tank should be picking up the jackal. Party adjust. Now you face multiple foes. Remember to coordinate your efforts. That's probably a good test, actually. Now for the last challenge. This one hits hard, so be quick on your feet. Take out a big boy. Stun him? You can stun him. Bravo! And thus concludes the exercise. You've proven yourself a novice no longer. Pray accept this prize to commemorate your achievement. Give me that ring. The XP ring. There's some blue stars too, Cardi. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sastasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback-fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. And Sastasha is unlocked. Good to know. Also means I may have some materia I need to sell. So many names. They're just popping up all over the place, like weeds. And with that, we end today's journey. Tomorrow, I think I'll be able to hop on at some point. At the very least, I'll be on for a little bit. We'll knock out Sastasha and continue this journey on, getting this new character through a replay of A Realm Reborn, and then on through Heavensward and Stormblood and Shadowringers, and we'll see if we can get all the way up to being ready for Endwalker before it releases. In which case, I will then not be playing this character. I'll be playing my main. but I'm going to stream the whole journey there and focus on little bits of lore, see if there's anything that may have been easily missed that has since made a little bit more sense, things that actually stand out as, oh, that actually means something, and watching for any sort of pop culture references in the quest titles, the fate titles, and pointing out Final Fantasy references to other games. So that's the plan for all of these streams. So for now, we're going to go to bed. With the weirdest pose of any of the races, in my opinion. That's not going to sleep, that's posing. So, yeah. Alright, thanks everyone that hopped in and watched, and I will see you guys later.